The Twin Valley Locker Room Show brings you back inside of Clay Center Lady Tiger basketball. The state-bound Lady Tigers headed to 3A State in Hutchinson. The Twin Valley Locker Room Show is powered by Pulse Internet. All your devices, one superior connection. So we get two of the seniors today. We had a chance to talk with all four of you leading up to Sub-State and a championship that comes your way at Riley County. Smiles have to come to your face just thinking about it, right? Talk about, first off, Haley, the atmosphere. It was amazing, I thought, on Saturday.
It was awesome. We knew we'd have a big crowd because it was 15 minutes from home, and that got us really excited, and they definitely showed up, and it was awesome.
Into the first quarter, you guys go on a run, get a sophomore hitting threes, you're knocking down a three, it's 12-5, and I thought maybe we were going to put the throttle down. Riley County's not going to go quietly, though. What was the feeling when they started to make that comeback and you feel, oh man, this thing's in doubt now?
It was definitely a stressful game. It got scary there for a little bit, especially when we decided to hold the ball instead of score, but it worked out in our favor. So.
Well, you're trying to pull them out of their zone defense, obviously. What is it like for you as a point guard to stand out near midcourt, with the ball on your hip, sometimes fixing your ponytail, sometimes, looking at the code? What does that feel like?
I'm fine with it when they're back in the zone. When they decide to come up and pressure, it obviously gets a little bit more scary, but I just remember kind of looking over at Coach before we started holding the ball, and he was just said, "Trust me," and I was like, okay, so I just listened to him, and it worked out. It
worked out, indeed, by a 5-point victory as the game got down toward the finish. And another sophomore steps up and hits 2 free throws, Clara Edwards. Those were huge, made it a 2-possession game. You kind of feel like it's just about there, but you still had to grind it out for the last 24 seconds. Now let's talk about zeros on the board, and you guys know you're going to state. What was, I know, elation, but can you wrap up what it felt like right then?
It was awesome. It's just like we kind of knew we should be doing it. Like, we knew we should have won, but, like, once it finally happened, it was just kind of like a relief. Like, we'd finally done it. Like, this was our time, and it was just undescribable. So
I think that's a fair way to put it. It was undescribable. Have you looked ahead? I know I'm getting you on your first practice since you guys won Saturday in the Sub-State. Have you looked ahead at all and what Nemaha Central might bring at you?
Yeah, we got film uploaded yesterday, so we've watched them a little bit, and it'll definitely be a good game, and they're big, but I think if we just do what we do, it should go our way.
Have you come down from Saturday and now you get back to work, or are you still on a bit of a high?
A little bit. I was really excited to come back again today just because this week is going to be a lot of fun and just can't wait to see what happens. So.
Only 8 girls teams in Class 3A get to practice this week and play basketball, and this is one of them right here. 3 down, 3 more to go, okay? Great work. Haley Franson, Addie Mullen, 2 of the Lady Tigers seniors, the state-bound Clay Center Lady Tigers. Back on the Twin Valley Locker Room Show and joined now by head coach Jeff Edwards, state-bound Clay Center Lady Tigers. Year's absence last year, a lot of hard work and grind to get back at it this year, and it was that kind of game for you guys on Saturday. The matchup against Riley County, they had a game plan and stuck with it. You guys had a game plan and stuck with it, and you found a way to get that win.
Exactly. It was probably not the most exciting to watch in the stands, but, as we got into the third and into the fourth quarter, I kept asking myself, if somebody would have said, you're up 5 with 6 to go, are you okay with that? And I kept saying yes. And then up 3 with 3 to go, are you okay with that? And I was yes. And down to 30 seconds till they fouled. I think he was holding true to what he wanted to do and didn't want to come out and get us man, and I was holding pretty firm that I wanted him to get out. And so not the most exciting, explosive game, but it was a lot of fun.
Just the chess match going on between you and Coach Harold Oliver. I'll go to the free throws you mentioned. They finally had to foul, and they put your daughter and your sophomore, Clara, at the line and ice through the veins. What was it like as a coach / dad watching that go down?
Well, there was, if you were there was about a 2-minute delay on who came in the game, and I think it was intentional. He was icing my free throw shooter without actually taking a timeout. But no, we wanted it in Aaron's or Clara's hands. Those are both 80% free throw shooters, and I was happy that it got in her hands. And she smiled the whole time, and I knew that it was going in anytime she's got that confident look. And so, you know, the defensive stops after that, and then him running out of timeouts made it so that pretty much iced the game.
As the clock finally hit zeros and you guys had a chance to celebrate, Haley said undescribable. Is that kind of the feeling when you get to that point? She also said it was a bit of a relief to know that you're now going back to state.
It is. There's a lot of pressure on these girls, and they work extremely hard. Some of the things that, you know, they've talked about is the amount of pressure that gets on them and how it changes things like your sleep and how you function at school and things like that. So, you know, to have a goal, I mean, we really didn't have a goal to win sub-state. They didn't put that down. But they wanted to have fun. They wanted to be successful. That is part of the goal. They just didn't want to say it for the extra pressure. So to see them accomplish it, these girls are their third year at state in 4 years. I think I calculated their record right now in high school of 79 and 14 or 15, something like that. Pretty happy.
Real quickly, I know you got to get to work for this week, Wednesday night at Hutch, but you had Clara with 4 or 5 at the stripe, 8 points. It was an odd box score. Mm-hmm. The rest of the points come from 3 different players, all hitting 2 3-pointers each. Addie Mullen, you kind of expect your senior to find a way. For Lexi Libby to do what she did in the third quarter and Maddie Craig, your sophomore, in the first quarter, those are big-time step-ups for your young players.
They definitely were, and if you watched, there was no doubt, and that's been what we preached all year long, is that if you're going to shoot it, I just want you to shoot it with confidence. And when Lexi took her two, I mean, they weren't truly inside out, which is what we're looking for, but you knew right away. She was calling for it. She had her pocket up. She was ready for it, and it was going in when it left. And so she said, Coach, I know I was off up until that point, but, you know, she turned it on, and actually Maddie was what made it so that they couldn't go their gimmick defense that they were going to use a lot more. And her confidence was huge because the night before she was really struggling and just took her shoes off and left. So seeing those two step up and then Addie step up and the defense step up and get the key rebounds and hit free throws, I mean, it was all meant to be.
Quick thoughts. I know you've probably looked at something anyway.
They're super athletic. I figured that either us or them were going to be in the finals together if we could get them on the opposite side. I had Eureka scouted out because we could have played them at Hillsboro. And, of course, anytime you say, well, I'd like to have this one because I have a scout, you're going to get the opposite. So I'm excited for it. I've been on the phone, emails, got like 15 videos on them. We're going to come and give them a good shot, and we're going to try to take away. They've got a really good point guard and a really good post player. Match up real similar to the way that our girls do, and they got some size and some depth. So, you know, we're going to put it to them and see what happens.
Well, it's exciting, 8:15 on Wednesday night. Now I'll let you go do what you enjoy doing instead of doing all this other junk that goes along with it. But congratulations on state qualifying.
Thank you very much.
State-bound Wednesday night at Hutchinson at the Sports Arena.